Hey guys, I got a super cool product to show you today. Come join me in the adventure van. So inside the van, it's a pretty simple build. We have our loft bed with our garage underneath where we keep bikes. We've got our little sink area that we built out. We have our little dinette, and this thing folds down into a little twin bed. And then we have our light system and some cupboards. So again, nothing super fancy, but we're able to run all of this, our fan, our water system, and our lights with one simple product. And that's this. This is the AmpPace 600 Pro. It's a little mini power station with a ton of capabilities. And like I said, it can power this entire van. Now the AmpPace packs a lot into a small package. Now it weighs only 17 pounds, but it has 584 watt hours of capacity. It features two pure sine wave 600 watt AC output plugs right here. It's got two USB-C ports. You can see one is 100 watt capacity while the other is 60 watt. And then two USB-C-A ports that are both capable of that 18 watts. We also have the DC side of things, or the car socket. And again, you can run a 12 volt system off of this. And then you have 120 watt max out of this port. Now each of these individual zones are controlled by a little power button that you push on. Once you see that green illumination, it means that section of the power block is ready for you to use. It's also got this really nice screen that gives you tons of information, as well as a light bar up here in the event you need something to shine in the dark. Now in the back is where we're going to be charging this up, and it can charge two ways using the AC port over here with a home plug, or the XT60 plug over here, and you can either plug in a solar panel using this really popular connection, or you can actually use this adapter. This is XT60 to the carport plug, and you can run that while you're driving your vehicle to and from different locations to recharge the power station that way. So like I said, this whole thing is a powerhouse, but it really doesn't take much to power this van. In fact, we can go almost 3 days without even having to charge the thing because we have such a small system and just use it primarily at night. So let me give you a quick tour of our electrical system and how it works here in the van. Now, the reason this little power station is so perfect for us is because it can run both 12 volt and AC at the exact same time. We originally set up our system to run off of 12 volt because 12 volt is so efficient, doesn't use as much energy or power. But there's a few items that we had to separate out because our previous power station wasn't able to handle everything. So the system is still set up for 12 volt to run our water system. Now this is a self-contained system. You can see we have 2 jugs fresh water, and then that is a gray water tank. And then we have an electric water pump, it's 12 volt, and that pulls the water out of the fresh water, comes up through the faucet, drains down into the gray water, and then we dispose of the gray water after our trips. But that right there is the little 12 volt pump that runs the system. It's pretty quiet, we really like it. The next piece of our 12 volt system is this MaxxAir fan. This is critical in moving air, especially during the hot months here in Colorado. It really can get stuffy in here quick, and having something like this pulling and moving air is super critical for us to be comfortable. Like I said, that is also on the 12 volt system, so the wires come out, they move through our cabinets, and then down into our fuse box below the bed. Finally, we have our light system, and this is just an LED light bar, but it was set up to run off of AC. So we have this fun kind of pattern on the ceiling, but we needed to connect that into an AC source to run it properly. Now back here in our garage, we have a few things set up. This has the potential to be built out as a really nice little solar system, but for now we're really happy using the power station. So again, all the 12 volt stuff comes into this little fuse box and then moves back out and up into our cupboards where our main power station lives. Now when we're camping, we like to keep our AmpPace up here in our shelf area. It's just nice and convenient for us to get back here to use all the controls, to be able to plug things in if we need to, iPhones, things like that for recharging. If it was down in the garage, it'd be really hard to control all of these different elements. But as you can see, the lights come in here to use the AC system. In fact, once I click that on right there, our lights come on and you can see them glowing up the top ceiling now. As you can see, we have an output of 38 watts right now. And then the rest of our 12 volt system comes out of that fuse box, and then we utilize this car socket over here. Again, I can turn that on by clicking that button, and now we have both the 12 volt and the AC system going at once. So let's go ahead and turn on the fan. I'm just gonna hit the power button. That's gonna start spinning up like that, and then we can go ahead and check our wattage now. As you can see, that MaxxAir fan only puts out an additional 10, maybe 11 watts. So right now, again, with even the lights on and the fan, we're only running 45 watts. Finally, our water pump will kick on once we open that up. Let's check the wattage with that on. And as you can see, we've only moved up to roughly 72 watts as far as our output. Now here's the other reason that we absolutely love having these portable power banks as our whole system provider as far as power goes in the van. It's the portability. We can take this thing out of the van and use it to power our entire campsite. We can charge phones, we can run small appliances or tools. It really is all sorts of power right here that doesn't have to just live inside of our van. It can move around with us. Here's a couple of devices that we use all the time. Obviously our phones that we love being able to recharge at the campground, as well as our backup camera for our Sprinter van. Both plug into those USB outlets at the same time and only pull a little bit of wattage for recharging. So again, super convenient to have this available wherever we're camping. So there you go, friends. That is the AmpPace 600 Pro. Such a fun little device. It's perfect as a home little backup system in an emergency. It's perfect to run our entire van's electrical system. It's perfect to have in the campground with you or outdoors where you just need a little bit of that power, maybe to help you have the comforts of home. So if you're interested in picking it up for yourself, we'll put some links below where you can pick it up on Amazon. If this has been helpful, hit that thumbs up button. Stay tuned. We got a bunch more videos from the van, as well as from products that we absolutely love using and highly recommend. We'll see you again on the next one.